This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 1 in every 5 children killed in traffic crashes in the U.S. was a pedestrian. That's why 3M is working alongside local governments and NGOs to help improve crosswalk visibility and traffic markings in school zones, in a worldwide initiative to provide kids with a safe walk to school and access to the education they deserve. To learn more and take action, visit 3m.com/schoolzonesafety. 3M Science. Applied to life.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Yesterday we talked about how there's been a war of words between Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam and Nikki Sixx of Motley Crue.
BJ, if you asked me before 2022 started, what rock star beef would we have? I would probably be like, something involving Corey Taylor, probably a Slipknot. He seems to always like to, talk S about in always an entertaining way.
That would have been a good guess.
I would have never even once guessed it would be a beef between Pearl Jam and Motley Crue. I guess
and
like 2022.
And Eddie Vedder, for me, of all people, actually any member of Pearl Jam, those guys just don't seem to cause drama or say bad things. I can't so I am shocked that Eddie's involved. Nikki Sixx, Motley Crue, the Bad Boys of L.A. No, I'm not shocked by this at all as far as Nikki's involved.
Especially Nikki. I love Motley Crue. I'm a big fan of Motley Crue. Shout out to Devil, one of my all-time favorite records, Dr. Feelgood as well. But over the years, Nikki, nice enough person, but he seems to take himself a little too serious. Whereas, you got Tommy Lee, I think it kind of almost, we've interviewed Tommy Lee and he's even joked about how sometimes Nikki's takes things a little too serious when it comes to the band. And Mick Mars, you never really hear him doing interviews. And Vince Neil, we know what he's up to. And it's not practicing for his upcoming tour. But you know what I mean? It's but I wouldn't have guessed that Eddie Vedder would be instigating this. And it's so silly. I mean, to me, listening to both of them, it's just okay, guys, I hope you guys are having a good laugh about this as much as we are.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, hey, if Eddie is, Eddie's on tour, so if this is drumming up, interest so people know, Eddie Vedder, and they, by the way, he's on tour. I mean, maybe it's, no publicity is bad publicity on Eddie's part, but he did start.
I don't think he's having a hard time selling tickets. I think all of the shows are sold out.
Okay, so it's not that then. So, why is Eddie starting this? Because he did. He said he hated the glam metal bands from the 80s, basically. And, I mean, he had a good reason. He said he hated it for the way that men and women were treated. So it wasn't necessarily about the quality of the music. It was sort of the treatment of the people while Eddie was working as a road handler guy in those days.
Back in the San Diego days before he became the lead singer of Pearl Jam and targeted Motley Crue and the song Girls, Girls, Girls as part of his, his reasons why.
Yeah, and it's more about content and treatment as opposed to quality of of music or band. As far as I can tell, I haven't heard Eddie take any shots at their ability to play or sing or whatever. That of course is not what Nikki's doing. Nikki responded by saying that Pearl Jam is boring. Eddie basically sings like he's got marbles in his mouth. So I mean, Nikki is definitely taking a shot at the craft with these guys. And Eddie kept his feud going with Nikki at his solo concert last night. And yep, he took a pot shot at Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee's elaborate drum sets.
That drum kit, that silver, beautiful machine that he is the engine of, does not need to elevate or rotate to do its job. Let me just point that out.
It is right before Chad Smith, who's in the Chili Peppers, but he's also part of Eddie's band, busted into an incredible drum solo.
Yeah. And I missed what did he said it doesn't elevate or what was the
spin? Because Tommy Lee's known for his crazy drum setups during their tours where all of a sudden the drum will rise up from the ground and spin in circles and go upside down.
Did the roller coaster one
Did
time.
the roller coaster one, which is awesome. Like every time I see Motley Crue, that's like one of my favorite parts is to see what crazy ass Tommy Lee's going to get into behind the kit. But I think he was just trying to have some fun again with this so-called feud.
Yeah.
And it just sounds like he's drunk on wine, just doing whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like, it's not a horrible shot. I mean, really, it's not, I look at it like, again, he's not really poking fun at the, at the way the band perform. Well, I mean, I suppose he does in a way because, they're called boring, which Pearl Jam actually posted a video on their Twitter of a past concert where fans were enthusiastically singing along. And the tweet said, "We love our bored fans."
It's a pretty funny tweet.
Yeah. Which, I get it's just two different types of performance, which I get one would hate the other and vice versa. You know what I mean? Because they're very different with the way that both bands approach entertaining their audience within the rock genre.
Oh, it's two different styles for sure.
Yeah.
I know some people are getting all worked up about this beef. I just think it's silly and fun. I don't care. Like, I mean, to me, it's like I got a good chuckle out of the Pearl Jam tweet. I got to chuckle at a couple of the things that Nikki Sixx said, and I also got a good laugh at what he said right before Chad Smith went into his drum solo. Like, none of this is harmful. I don't know why people are getting so butthurt about it. Like, if they want to keep taking shots at each other, I'm actually looking forward to seeing what butthurt response Nikki Sixx will have now. Or maybe Tommy Lee's dong will say something.
Whoa. Yeah. Have you seen that episode yet?
No, I haven't gotten to that.
Oh,
yet.
Dude, it was a lot more disturbing than I expected. We're talking about Pam and Tommy on YouTube. I really thought it was going to be more comedic.
No.
Yeah, it really isn't. It's like, I mean, it's actually brilliant work. I mean, it really, it's as far as how, and Jason Mantzoukas' voice is fantastic. I mean, of course, he just knocks it out of the park.
Which is funny because originally they asked Bruce Willis to play the role of it, and that's the only role this year that he turned down.
That's the only one. Wow, I think Bruce
Tommy Lee's dong.
Bruce would have killed it.
With the bald head, it would have been great.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, that would have. You're
do we
absolutely
have a
right.
picture of the,
No, you don't understand. Are you talking about what Tommy Lee's thing on the show looks like?
Yes.
There's nothing. It is a regular looking penis. It's just the penis just talks.
I mean, we could just show you the scene if you'd like.
Yeah,
to see
I thought, Steve, it was going to be like a cartoon
puppet,
character.
Like a Jim Henson production?
No, not at all. It is. I mean, it's a fabulous piece of work that they've done because it really just. I mean, it is because I thought it was going to be really goofy looking, and it wasn't. That's why I was like, wow, this is really disturbing. This is just basically. I mean, I haven't looked at a penis this much since basically a porn movie. I mean, and even more so because this is the star of the scene is his penis, and it's a regular man's looking penis with,
Does it have eyes?
No,
no.
It's just a
eye.
Yeah,
does that does it move?
That does that does, but not crazily.
Oh boy, Vicky's just showing me it. That is not what I expected.
I didn't expect that either. I was really shocked that, okay. I mean, the conversation's a funny conversation, that basically, you would have like the big head talking to the little head, like, hey, what should I do with my life? And, Jason Mantzoukas plays the part of the little head.
And it goes on incredibly long for one scene. Like, jeez, I told you guys in the text message I sent all of you, I was like, it's made me feel really awkward.
Well, it's like kind of like moving around like a weird like slug.
Yes.
Snake. Oh yeah. Well, that's why I say they said, and didn't they say in the thing that we read that it was robotic or had some sort of like puppetry to it? That's why I think Steve and I both thought it was going to be like a Muppety thing.
This is a lot more than I expected.
Because I thought that could have been just CGI work is what that could have been, but I don't know if that was a real like working. I have no idea.
And and I will say that's not the only time you see it in that episode. I mean,
no, not at all. It's everywhere.
The other time, but
yeah, it is.
It's around.
Well, it's also now featured on that TNT talent show competition called the Go Big Show.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
It's one of the judges.
Is it really?
It's a judge. Hey,
yeah, there we go. It's the head judge, actually.
Aren't you glad that I told you not to watch it with your daughter, though?
That would be really weird to be sitting next to your
thank
dog.
you for that.
No, but well, not only that, but there's a lot of sex in this.
Yeah,
episode.
it's uncomfortable. It's like look.
So yeah, I'm not going to watch that scene with the wife ski.
No.
Oh, there's no way. Yeah. Here's the thing.
Hopefully she's playing on her phone when that scene happens. Hey, also for unfair expectations, too.
Fair.
Mine can't talk.
And you know who's in it is the Orange is the New Black star. I didn't realize that was her. I was like, how do I know this actress? She looks very familiar. And it's Todd Piper, I guess, from Orange is the New Black. She's in it.
Does she play Pam's Taco? What's going on here?
She actually plays a porn star.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, there you go. So there's that. Though, I will say, and here's what I want to know, Danny. I wonder if Lily James actually has prosthetics for her breasts, because
she does. It took them about an hour to put on.
That's what I wondered, because I thought, wow, she's going topless. But then I'm like, wait a second, those look really, really fake. And I'm like, I don't remember Lily having this work. I can't believe she would have got breast implants for this role. So that's what it is. It's prosthetics.
Mm-hmm.
So what about then what's going on with Tommy? Is that a prosthetic, or is that just like, did they use some strings attached to his actual unit?
You talking what you mean for Sebastian Stan, the actor?
Yes.
I don't have that answer for you, sir. I imagine it's prosthetic.
That's got to be weird for Sebastian. Like when you go back and you watch this, because it looks very realistic. And that's got to be such a surreal thing. Like, you're looking at yourself, you're looking at this, as someone called it, like a talking worm.
Yeah. By the way, that's have come a long way, Steve. This looks much more convincing than the Boogie Nights piece that Mark Wahlberg had.
Oh, for sure. That was comical.
Yeah, this one looks, I mean, they've done a great job making it look like, and even with Lily James's prosthetics, it looks like it's a girl that had breast implants. That's what exactly she looks like. That's why I had to wonder, are those prosthetics? I mean, the makeup job where it looks like it's part of her body, like they really, really did a good job.
So while he was on set and everything, he wore a prosthetic, and for that scene, it was an animatronic kind of built-in FX, and it was operated by two dudes like a puppet, but they enhanced it with CGI when it spoke.
Yeah,
so it's a combination of things.
So that's real. So the speaking part would be basically, like Danny said, hey, there's a certain part of that that's moving.
Imagine being the puppeteers and you get hired. You're like, dude, we just got hired by Hulu. We're going to be able to do some cool puppetry stuff. I wonder what we'll get to make. Will it be a new children's show? Will it be some kind of like, slightly adult-themed children's kind of a thing? No, we're doing Tommy Lee's dong.
Yeah, buddy. Puppetry of the penis. Literally.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Do you put that on your sizzle reel when you're trying to get future jobs in Hollywood?
Hell yeah.
Man, you got to make sure you're sending it to the right person. Otherwise, you might get blackballed from Hollywood.
Oh, I see what you did there.
That's different.
Yeah. It's a fascinating way they're doing the story. Actually, there's just basically there's four main characters: Pam and Tommy, and the dude that's that got the tape from them, and then the other dude that he partners up with to distribute the tape in some way, shape, or form. And Andrew Dice Clay is in it, so that was a fun scene.
Do you feel like you need the talking dong?
No.
So this, right?
I do not.
Does it seem like does it hurt the? Is it necessary for this show? I feel like if I was a producer,
we're talking about it though, so I think maybe. Yeah. And I will tell you this: I think you do need it because it really does. You know what it does? It does really paint a picture of who Tommy Lee is.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That about him.
Yeah, I mean the idea that he would again, I don't know how much of this is true, but I feel like that's the party and crazy lifestyle that basically brought them two together. I really believe he had a conversation with his penis. And I loved it. And the way they did this, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually did do that scene in real life. And so, I feel like if it actually happened, I guess you kind of do want to know that. I mean, and then the way they did it, was he high at the time? Did he really think his penis was speaking back to him? Because Tommy and Pam were taking a lot of drugs.
Okay, but how would they even know that information since neither one of them signed off on it? So at that point, to me,
rumors, you know what I mean, Denny, with entourage people, all the folks, stories get told.
There's been lots of times
he may have even told the story himself to somebody.
There's been times when B just come into work and says, hey, I had this idea. I was talking with my dong this morning in the shower, and I think that we should do beat Migs twice in the morning as opposed to just once. And I'm like, wait, you're thinking about eating Migs while you're talking to your dong?
Yes.
It was a strange conversation. One day it'll be reenacted when they make the movie about us.
I gotcha.
Inspiration comes as it comes, Steve. As it were.
Yeah, I just wonder, I would love a documentary just about how they were able to come up with this idea and convince everybody involved with the production of this show that this was a good idea. Like somebody had this had to have been like an argument in the boardroom. At some point.
Yeah, I believe, though, Steve, that somewhere they heard the story that Tommy had this conversation with his penis before he decided what to do about becoming married or staying single. Otherwise, I don't know why they would put that in the movie. They had to have some sort of, somebody must have known that, hey, did Tommy tell you, did you hear about Tommy having an argument with his penis about whether he should marry Pam Anderson? Because that's really what it's about.
But I can understand that. But still, somebody still had to be like, yeah, man, we should totally do it and we should animate it. Like, I could almost see them just doing it where it's just like he looks down and there's this just thing hanging there. Yeah. You know, and like he's just talking, but it's really just talking to his you-know-what ski without it actually moving around and moving to the voice. Like,
well, if Tommy said to you when he's telling the story, and dude, I was so high, it was talking back to me, that would be where I would get the inspiration. We're going to do that in the movie. Otherwise, you're right, Steve. I don't know where they got the idea to do this whole animated thing, you know, just based on the fact, even like you said, he could have just been standing there talking to.
I get it. I'm just saying that there's somebody that had to be one of the producers that was just like, we're not doing that. And they had to convince that person. Even if it was a true story, even if it was something that legitimately happened, somebody, a part of that team was like, dude, this is going to be on Hulu, not the Spice Channel. We're not doing that. And it took somebody to convince that person that this was an okay idea.
To that point, though, they knew idiots like us were going to be talking about it. Yep. And then people are going to be like, I got to see this dong.
Yeah, somebody even said, you guys talking about the talking dong is the only reason why I watched it.
See, they just wanted clicks.
And Steve, I have to tell you, it is definitely different for Hulu. I have never seen them go this extreme before. So you're right. At some point, they probably had to convince some executive, we've never done this before, but we think it'll be a great idea for us to do it.
Even in the first episode, like, it wasn't much of a sex scene, but there was some stuff going on. And I was just like, and you saw boobs. I'm just like, it took me aback for a second because I'm like, man, I've been sleeping on Hulu all this time, and this is what's going on. Oh, I should have subscribed to it sooner. Thank you, Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Putting it part of my bundle.
I am surprised that more streaming services don't do this because you're a streaming service. Like, people have to pay to get you. Nobody can just get you.
Right.
And you have parental controls. I mean, I am surprised more people don't do it. That's what shocked me, Steve, because I was like, whoa, I've never seen this on a Netflix, Prime, or Hulu. This is wow. So there we go. Pam and Tommy, it's on Hulu. It's a good story. I really like the way they're telling this story. So, and they've got good actors in it too. Nick Offerman, Ron Swanson is fantastic. He's unrecognizable. I mean, he really, really is so good in this. All right. Well, we've got a question for you. What do you think is the top body part? Oh my God, we've been talking about body parts for a long, but here we go. What do you think is the top body part that we don't wash enough?
Tommy's dong.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, that's
foul mouth.
Oh yeah.
By the way, somebody actually did figure this out, so I do have an answer for you, and I'll tell you at 8:20 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 1 in every 5 children killed in traffic crashes in the U.S. was a pedestrian. That's why 3M is working alongside local governments and NGOs to help improve crosswalk visibility and traffic markings in school zones, in a worldwide initiative to provide kids with a safe walk to school and access to the education they deserve. To learn more and take action, visit 3m.com/schoolzonesafety. 3M Science, applied to life.
New on Curiosity Stream. Are we close to building machines that are almost human? And can new technology give us superpowers? Find out on Super Sapiens. And in 1919, a British composer wrote the longest and most complex symphony in history. Conductors tried to perform it, but failed, declaring it cursed. Now a group of musicians will attempt the impossible, if they dare, on Curse of the Gothic Symphony. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. According to a new survey, 2/3 of Americans claim the pandemic has turned them into a germaphobe. In other words, everybody is Vicky B.
Oh, yes. I know, it's funny when all this was going on. Like, you got to wipe this down. You got to wash it. And my wife was laughing. She's like, so basically everyone's doing what I've been doing for my entire life, which is like, trying to make sure things are clean around me. But she gets a chuck out of seeing me now, like, go to the gas station, pump the gas, come back into the car, put the Purell on the hand. She's like, I've never seen you use Purell more. I'm like, well, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I figure I might as well just do that.
Might as well try.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Also in my mouth. And
oh, well, yeah. I mean, Danny does that with Axe. Why don't you do? I mean, it works.
Yeah. I mean, he has yet to get COVID.
Yeah, it's true.
Also in the study, people were asked to name the body parts they ignore and don't clean enough.
Ooh.
And
the bottom of my feet.
Yes, never.
Really?
I have to remind myself at least every couple times. I'm like, I haven't I haven't loofed the bottom of my feet recently.
I don't think I ever do that.
I just assume because I'm standing in the water.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a bad thing to like scrub your feet down.
My feet aren't dirty. I've looked at them.
Well, have you?
I don't even know what to say.
Have you really looked at your feet?
When you scrub the bottom of your feet, do you also go in between your toes, or is that an everyday thing, or is that a never thing?
I make my wife do that for me.
Oh,
okay.
I'm kidding.
Love that.
Babe.
Yeah.
After you finish shaving my back, can you clean inside my toes?
I'll get the dental floss. Just.
She's like on Tinder. I'm like, this can't be the best.
We're done. Yeah.
This can't be where my life is going. I gotta start swiping more.
Oh, wow. I have to tell you, the number one thing on this list is very disturbing.
Ooh, dong.
Why would that be disturbing?
I don't know.
If you don't wash your dong, that's disturbing as all get out.
That is kind of.
I mean, that is, by the way, that's number 5 on the list, which I don't understand how people are not. But we've had this conversation before. I clean every part of me, and I don't understand why people don't. You're in the shower. Why? I mean, you have a job to do. Why wouldn't you clean every part you can get to?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I clean every part, but there are definitely certain parts of your body that you spend way more time on. I always laugh when they have like that funny meme that people share on social media where it's like, what parts of the body does a guy wash? And it's like the chart shows like 90% dong area.
Yeah.
Then like face and armpits.
Yeah.
That's why this list.
There it is. How men shower. Deep scrub around the dong, the armpits, and a little bit of the face, and then the rest of it, the water will get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why this list surprises me, because number one on the list that people they ignore and don't clean enough is armpits. Since we saw that particular graphic of what men do, so then who the hell's not cleaning their armpits? Because men, that's like that's their main zone they go to.
I've known some people that you get close to them and you're like, you don't wash under your armpits, do you?
Why wouldn't they? You're in the freaking shower. If you're in the shower,
out all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not one that really pits out, even if I'm like getting warm. Like I don't ever like lift up my shirt and see like a ring of sweat. But I'm also, like you said, BJ, that is a that is definitely a spot that I spend a lot of time cleaning.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I get there, do the job, and then I put on deodorant, and I feel like, look, if I still smell after that, it's like, look, what can I tell you? I did my best.
What about behind the ears?
Never.
Really?
You don't do that while you're washing your hair or head?
Every time.
I mean, not really.
How difficult is it to do that? You're already up there scrubbing. I mean, that's what my brain doesn't understand is like, you're right there with everything you need. Why
I
wouldn't...
feel like BJ's got his cell phone out while he's taking a shower with his checklist of, okay, got it.
I just don't think about my ears.
You don't need a checklist. You just go away. Your parents were telling you how many times for your whole life, get behind your ears. And then you realize, hey, this is actually really easy to do. I'm already putting shampoo up there.
Maybe that's when we're digging a little bit deeper and finding out there's a massive communication problem between Danny and his mom.
Oh.
About washing behind the ears.
No, she used to tell me that all the time, but it was when I was like 5 years old playing in the dirt. I don't play in the dirt anymore, so I don't need to wash behind my ears.
No, the problem is, Danny, you just decide that you're going to do what you want to do. That's really what it is.
It's very punk rock of you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
You do you, you're dirty behind the ear guy.
I don't play in the dirt anymore, so why do I need to wash at all? It's not like I sweat or anything.
I didn't say that. I said my ears don't sweat,
It's not like
BJ.
I'm on this mattress device which absorbs the sweat that I sweat and gives it all back to me, and I roll around in that just gigantic. What do I need to wash it all for?
You know, I've never been with a girl, and she's like, your ears smell really bad. You should get behind them.
Well,
that's because it's just...
I talked to Linda when you weren't around.
Oh, she told you about her ears?
Yeah, she said... she apologized for me instilling the word acropolis into my head. She said, one thing about Danny I wish I could change. She said he washed behind his ears.
Yeah.
Danny, how could anybody smell anything but Axe on you? I mean, that's the thing that most dudes do is they just basically go, oh, you know what'll fix it? the spray.
Yeah.
So it's in my back. I can't reach it. That's the hardest one.
That is the hardest.
Well, that one is just, I got to just hope that the water's doing the job.
Well, I go bottom top. I will scrub the top of my back as far as I can go. Then I'll scrub the bottom of my back as far as I go, and hope that the soap gets, that's washing when the shower comes up, gets the middle as best possible. Or you can get one of those long loofahs.
I've been wanting to picture you showering.
I mean,
they have those.
How difficult is it to do that?
They got the stretchy ones where you just kind of do the back and forth from your back.
Well, that's cool if you want to.
I mean, it feels good.
Or something.
So, by the way, Danny, ears number 2 on the list of people. And I also wash the inside a little bit. You got to every once in a while do that. Not like in the hole, but like, around the hole.
We're talking about the ears, right?
Yes.
Oh, no, I was talking about. And Steve, back is number 3. People don't wash their back.
How often, I found that a lot of people don't do this, or if they do, they just kind of do the top area, is the belly button. And once I got my belly button pierced, I realized how, not well we clean them. You don't go deep in there.
I don't spend a lot of time with it, but I'll just put them.
But, you go over the belly button.
You didn't want to know how how about you didn't want to know how I shower, but I just watch you either clean your belly button or do something else that really was very
or
with
both.
that movement. Yeah.
Yes.
What about the butt? I spent a lot of time on the butt.
Number 6 on the list, the butt.
Yeah, you gotta scrub your butt.
Belly button's not on the list, Vicky, by the way.
Okay.
But I just check. I check but I check that too, because you got to check for lint. The shower's a perfect opportunity to check all the crevices and make sure that things are good.
So with Danny skateboarding everywhere, he probably gets all sweaty, especially behind the ears.
That is true.
I
never noticed it more.
Yeah, I don't know how you don't clean your butt. I don't understand that. Are people afraid to?
Why don't you clean your butt?
I do clean my butt.
There was a TikTok that went viral a while back, and the girl was talking to her boyfriend, and he's like, well, why are you, cleaning so vigorously, if you will? And she's like, wait, you don't actually clean. He just cleaned the surface area. He doesn't actually clean thoroughly.
Why wouldn't you go
to... He never learned to it. He never learned that.
You never learn.
Exactly.
Your brain, that's your body's in the shower, every place you can reach, and in your brain that when you go to the bathroom, that's an area you can reach. Why wouldn't you then go in there and reach it with soap?
BJ, it's something very judgmental.
Very judgmental. I feel like if you're
body wash shaming people.
Oh, I am. I will body wash shame an adult right now going, you are X amount of years old and you don't know how to clean yourself. Seriously. What do you do?
You don't know what they've been through.
Yeah.
Maybe they were once attacked by someone with a soap and a loofah. So
the soap and loofah bandit?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I should have more sensitivity for that particular trauma that happens
Thank you.
You guys all use body wash, or do you guys use bar soap?
Bar soap.
Bar soap.
Body wash.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
because I got the loofah thing.
And go.
Squirt it and go.
No, but what about the body wash, Steve?
Yeah, that too.
Hey, face also. How about people aren't washing their face?
Oh,
I wash my face every time.
Yeah, I have that.
I start with the face.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Because then I'm working the butt and working the boys. I don't know why. Even though I'm clean, it's I just want.
You don't want to do your face last.
I'd rather the face to start the process.
There was a line from Friends that was basically the gist of it was, what is the last thing you wash? The last thing I wash and the last thing you wash when we share the washcloth. And that's exactly why. It's because I am definitely washing my face first, so I don't have to worry about washing it after my butt, just like what you said.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys just use bar soap or the liquid soap for your face, or do you actually use a special product? I'm just trying to gauge here.
Neutrogena acne.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
I don't want
fancy.
pimples.
I use it's a product called whatever the wife buys.
Okay.
It's a great product.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Wife buys.
Sometimes I'm looking at the soap. I'm like, where did she even find this? I've never even heard of it. It's like, oh, this one's vegan. I'm like, oh, I'm glad it's not eating meat before it washes me. But these things, I'm like,
it's very important, Steve. The last thing you want is that soap that ate meat. Because you don't know where it's been.
I've been for the longest time using carnivorous soap.
Yeah, you're a savage, man.
It smelled like meatballs when I was done. So it's been nice. Now I smell like a cucumber.
Oh,
Now
nice.
wait, if I can smell like meatballs when I'm done, I'm all for that.
Do you have a go-to scent? When I buy, for my bag for my hockey gear, or even in the gym bag, and I'm the one that's I gotta go swing by and get some more body wash. I'm always going with a cucumber scent. I like that one.
Oh, really? Oh.
That are like a nice orange.
Orange?
See, for me,
orange.
Orange is good for the summertime. I do definitely season. So the pomegranate, fall,
The pomegranate is a solid pick.
Wow.
Yeah, so it just depends on the season. I'll rotate them.
Usually on the high maintenance one on the show, but what the hell? Just get some soap. What are you doing?
Don't you want to smell good?
I mean, that's why I put on cologne. That's why I have deodorant. What do you? I mean, the soap. I just want the soap just to clean me, and then I'll smell what the way the cologne smells. I don't want to smell like soap or whatever.
Hey, maybe one day you'll experience it and understand what we're talking about.
Maybe
I feel like
get some cucumber soap.
Yes.
Wait, first of all, Danny, you're Axeman, so it doesn't matter what you clean yourself with.
Not for soap.
I understand that, but the Axe is going to overpower whatever the soap smells like when you throw that on.
It's a shower experience. I use Dr. Squatch, and they have like 30 different kinds of bar soaps that smell amazing.
Okay, well,
Pine tar is the best.
So you're not doing it to smell good for other people. You're doing it to smell good, to have good smells.
What do you want to smell like a bat?
No, it's like a pine tree.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why do you want to smell
but pine tar is different than pine smell.
It smells amazing.
You want to smell like a Christmas tree?
Yeah, and they also have like beer ones that you could smell like beer.
Okay.
Why would you want to smell like a beer?
Because it's amazing.
You know what, really?
You should check out Dr. Squatch. It's awesome.
And it says, feel like a man, smell like a champion.
You see, exactly.
That's their slogan.
So why would you put anything on after that then? Just, that should be maybe that's a combination of good cologne in the middle of your body wash, right? Okay, I don't understand.
You subscribe to a soap thing?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you're about to go. You're about to go Jesus Gen Xer again.
Yeah, I am.
I've already okay boomered this in my head. I'm like Danny is such a. I'm like Danny, you're such an idiot.
Yeah.
What do you need a soap subscription for? You go right to the store and just get soap.
Why
it's
you
just cleaning
you. Anything you get it delivered to your door, and it smells
monthly?
amazing. Yeah, you could choose the different.
How much does it cost? It's got to be more than I at a spring.
That's like $5 a bar.
$5 a bar
and all that crap. Oh,
really? That's all it costs you to get it? But how many bars do you get? I mean, really, how many you get delivered a month?
I mean, it depends on how many you want.
BJ, they have a Star Wars collection.
Yeah, they do.
You can smell like R2-D2.
See, I'm not going to be manipulated like this. All I want to do is take a shower and clean myself. I don't need to have R2-D2 on myself.
You don't want the they chewy?
Oh my God, wisdom wash from Yoda. See, at this point, I start to feel like, okay, I'm the idiot and they know it and they want my money because I'm an idiot. I got to draw the line.
You get a collector's box with it.
Yeah.
I got to draw the line.
Do they have a wrestling theme one? Here
we go. That'll get them.
Like the Macho Man.
You also don't have to
madness.
You don't have to subscribe
Mango.
either. You could just do it, buy soap whenever you need it.
Yeah, but you subscribe.
Yeah, because it's 15% off, of course. If I'm going to use it, I'm going to use it.
And then you don't have to think about it. It just comes to your door.
Someone says, I do Dr. Squash too. It's manly smelling soap and it's all natural. My favorite, the goat milk.
And the ladies love it.
Do they?
Ladies love goat
You've
milk.
only got one lady, so let's just say the lady loves it.
That works.
You better say you only have one lady. Otherwise there's going to be you're going to have more trouble than the soap at home.
A lot of people are texting, agreeing with Danny.
You welcome.
Yeah, you know who they all are? Millennials.
I can't tell that by their text.
Oh, I can tell. You know why, Steve? Because no self-respected Gen X or a boomer would subscribe to a soap club.
So it's the Dr. Squatch
Done.
is awesome, and the Pine Tar shampoo and conditioning is amazing. I'm currently using the Bay Rum soap and deodorant. The subscription, way worth it.
Yeah, the rum one is really good.
Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, you're not going to sell me on this. I am drawing the line on the fanciness. I've lived my whole life without Dr. Squash.
Squatch.
Squatch.
All right, well, see, I have Dr. Squash.
Get crazy and go to the garden, BJ.
Steve and I are going to get Dr. Squash.
Why are you lumping me in with this?
Because we're going to buy random vegetables and wash ourselves with it, and then we're going to do a subscription service and make millions. Steve, we'll make millions selling to millennials all this stupid soap stuff and say, it's made from squash. It's all natural. Here you go. Rub it all over your body. We bought it in the produce department for like $1. Yep. Here, a $10 bar of squash.
Here's our soap. It smells like pavement. Enjoy.
Yeah. Here you go. Yeah, exactly. It smells like window wash fluid. Here you go.
Oh, that one. What's it called? A 6-pack bundle. And you got all the original scents. I don't know. Maybe we should check it out, BJ.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve. Check it out. I'm going to go. I'm subscribing to Dr. Squash.
A lot of texters are saying they my teens finally smell good thanks to the doctor.
Yeah,
that's the doctor. It seems like Doctor Who, BJ.
Yeah, totally like Doctor Who, but for smells.
Why are you trying to sell me on something that you think is stupid?
Because.
Why wouldn't he at this point?
Well, that's an amazing response. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Someone said, yeah, Dr. Squatch is awesome. I got it for my husband a couple years ago, and he loves it. They have soap, shampoo, and conditioner. And a really good toothpaste for morning and night?
No.
Is there a morning type of toothpaste?
Are you serious? There's morning and night tooth. So now they get two tubes that you buy rather than just the one. Dude, do you not? It's like the Emperor's New Clothes. I'm not doing it.
Well, maybe the nighttime one has like lavender in it to help you sleep well at night.
Ooh, lavender's nice.
Their deodorant is really great too.
Oh my gosh, I do have citrus mint for the morning and soothing spearmint for night.
Oh, there.
And they're all out of stock.
Yeah, you know why?
Oh, okay, I'm back on Gen X thing again.
Yeah.
What the F? Why can't I just use the same toothpaste in the morning?
Did we dump that?
No.
I didn't curse.
You didn't curse.
I felt like
it's the same stupid toothpaste.
Oh, we have to go back and listen to that. I could have. Well, anyway, but bottom line is yeah, I'm with you, Steve. Why? Yeah, why? See, Steve, that's the thing. Because they can't sell more product unless they give you a reason for needing the product. I need a morning toothpaste and a night toothpaste. I know you're shaking your head at me, Danny, but I'm telling you, you're being manipulated.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need all this.
Soap, so it's great.
It's delicious soap? Okay, that's not the adjective I want for my soap.
Doesn't go in the mouth,
Peter
buddy.
says the Dr. Squatch Star Wars collection is nice.
Okay, I don't care.
Nice.
You know what? I've drawn the line. I've already been a moron. I'm not throwing stones saying that you're a moron and I'm not. I've just realized I'm a moron and I'm stopping. That's it.
We could do our own eggplant body wash.
You said you didn't like the idea, Dr. Squash.
Back and forth.
Get back in the Dr. Squash bandwagon. We'll make millions, Steve.
I want to meet Dr. Squatch.
Yeah?
He's just laughing all the way to
You know who it is? I'll tell you exactly who it is.
I'm picturing a guy that looks like Kelsey Grammer.
No, it's the guy when the Sonics left town. Squatch needed a new gig, so now he's Dr. Squatch.
So
he's the one doing it all.
He went back to UW, got his science degree
in soapiology.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's or sudsology, whichever you want to call it. He also got a marketing degree in how to take advantage of dumb millennials named Danny, which is a very specific course, but you can take that at UW.
I'll buy you some for Valentine's Day, BJ.
Oh, you do? You buy that for me, Danny, and I will. You know what? I will tell you what I'm going to wash with it.
Well, he owes us at least the nighttime toothpaste for all this love that we've given him.
I know, right? What up, Mr. Squatch?
Unbelievable. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
Finish the idiom. It takes two to what?
Make a thing go right?
No.
Oh. Tango.
Yes. All right. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs. We'll do that at 8:50 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.